Welcome to NTU Virtual Open House 2021. I'm Perlin, Year 2 Economics undergraduate from the School of Social Sciences.
I'm Tiffany, Year 1 Aerospace Engineering undergraduate from the School of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering.
And I'm Yu Hao, Year 1 Biological Sciences undergraduate from the School of Biological Sciences. And we are your MCs for the South Spine Tour. We hope that you found the North Spine Tour conducted earlier helpful and informative. And we can't wait to show you what South Spine has to offer.
So on my right, we can see Leon. Everyone say hi to Leon. So we'll be seeing Leon throughout the tour, so do keep a lookout for our cute mascot.
Okay, I'll see you guys in a bit. I'm going to take Leon for a short walk around Yunnan Garden.
Bye-bye.
Bye! So before we dive right into today's tour, we'll be visiting these few locations. The Yunnan Garden and the Chinese Heritage Center, which we are currently standing right in front of. The Hive, Fine Food, and the main body of South Spine as well.
Additionally, to ensure that this tour is as interactive as possible, we'll be having a Q&A live chat function for you guys to send in your questions, and we will try our best to answer them at various points during this tour.
So to start off this tour, I would actually like to introduce you to the newest key attraction of NTU, which is Yunnan Gardens, as well as the Chinese Heritage Center. So Yu Hao, do you know what are the highlights or features that the Yunnan Garden has?
I'm not too sure. Actually, when did the Yunnan Gardens even reopen?
So firstly, the rejuvenated Yunnan Gardens reopened on the 13th of February 2020, and some highlights actually include a 5.6 meter tall waterfall, themed mini gardens, a boardwalk, a new stormwater management system, and even Wi-Fi connectivity.
Additionally, the garden's design, a series of loops and geometric patterns, is inspired by elements from traditional Chinese gardens and the formal, symmetrical, and highly ordered gardens of the French Renaissance periods.
Indeed, after the reopening, it felt like it gave Yunnan Gardens a refreshing addition to what we know as formerly a historical area of significance.
Therefore, if you are looking for a long stroll around campus, or even a short break from studying in the classrooms, why not visit Yunnan Gardens today?
That's right. So before we move on to our next location, so say Yu Hao, you know NTU is full of things to be busy with. So what does a typical school day look like to you?
So as a science student, my typical school day would include various lectures and tutorials, along with multiple lab sessions spread across each week. Since studying would take up most of my time in a day, I would try my best to keep my evenings untouched. Back in hall, I joined both basketball and frisbee to keep myself fit and maintain a healthy lifestyle.
Wow, that sounds exciting. So back when I was in year 1, I actually took up various club activities as well as hall activities besides studying. So there are about 180 student and club organizations in NTU. There were so many for me to choose from. So for me, I actually joined the NTU Sports Club as part of its 29th Management Committee, as well as participated in hall dance as part of my hall activities. So most of my daily life before the COVID period was attending physical lectures and tutorials, and going for these sports meetings, and lastly, having dance practice with my homemates as well.
Wow. Alright, so before we move on to our next location, let's answer some live questions.
So the first live question is is it convenient to go around in NTU?
Yep. Personally, I feel it's really convenient to move around. So NTU has different shuttle buses that runs both inside and outside campus. There are shuttles that transport students from various locations in Singapore to campus. There are also more frequent buses, such as 179 and 199, that brings you from Jurong Point and Pioneer MRT to school.
Oh, that's great. So for me, when I used to live in hall, actually I took the 179 and the campus buses quite often as well to travel to my classes.
Yeah, so the Campus Blue and Campus Red are two of these shuttles that travel in opposite directions, and they run daily throughout each day within the campus. And if you find yourself needing to travel to another location, just head to the nearest bus stop and you can get to your destination conveniently.
So, well, the second live question that we received is, so what are some of the popular food options in South Spine?
So some of the popular food options in South Spine, well, you get to see some of them at Fine Foods at South Spine later.
Okay. So while we are still waiting for the other live questions, maybe I can engage you as well. So for the hall culture, what does it feel like for you as being part of an NTU student?
So I feel that hall adds a vibrant touch to what's a competitive but yet friendly environment in NTU. What about you, Perlin? What does hall life mean to you?
So actually, because NTU has various halls to offer, so for me, I was lucky to be part of a hall that was pretty welcoming, and it really allowed me to try things that I never knew before, especially because I didn't have a background in dance at all. I was actually able to even join the hall dance and even take part in the competitions as well. So it was something that gave me like a second home, a second family. Yep. So actually we are almost reaching our second destination.
Yep.
So what is it? What's the second destination that we're
Alright.
going to, Yuhao?
As you look ahead, where we are situated will be the Learning Hub South, also more commonly known as the Hive to students and staff.
So we're now here in the safe entry. So Yuhao, what does the Hive mean to you?
So this iconic building was completed in 2015 as it hallmarks NTU's commitment towards the environment, while showcasing its new approaches towards innovative and interactive learning. Hey Pauline, have you ever visited this place?
Yes, actually, because many of my lessons are actually here held at the South Spine in Hive, because my building is in the South Spine. So most of the time I actually come here for tutorials and even exams as well. And I remember last semester, during my finals period, because the Hive is actually open, so I get to come here, enjoy the aircon, and have a conducive environment to study and hang out.
Right, in line with NTU's idea of a garden campus, with visions of becoming the greenest campus in the world, the Hive incorporates a significant amount of natural foliage in its design, as seen from the roof terraces, as well as internal greenery lined across each floor.
What an achievement! And coupled with this unique ventilation system and the building's inverted structures, this enables upper floors to shade lower floors, which creates a cool internal environment for students to study and hang out.
Indeed, the greenery also reduces solar glare and natural heat gain within the building, making it a comfortable and conducive study hotspot. Housing as many as 56 tutorial rooms, students often choose to study in Hive, and also for lessons. And as an academic building, the Hive is also equipped with cafes and library outposts with printing services to accommodate all your studying needs.
So definitely, that's why I usually come to Hive anyway. So maybe like a tip for you is that, because when you're in between lessons, especially for me, I usually have lessons that around the same timing or back to back. So what I really love to do is go to the co-op cafe at B5, grab a cup of coffee, grab a drink, or even get some food. I would really recommend their tom yum pasta or even the carbonara. It's so good. So you should really try when you come around.
Right. Hey, by the way, Pauline, did you also know that the Hive is known as the dim sum basket building due to its structural resemblance to steamer baskets that serve dim sum?
Really?
Yeah, and talking about dim sum, aren't you hungry after walking for so long?
Actually, after walking, I get really hungry very easily.
Right, so let's head over to South Spine and see what they have at Fine Food.
So while we're on our way to South Spine, maybe we can answer another question by the audience as well. So maybe one of the questions is, do the food stalls at Fine Food accept payment by credit or debit cards?
Yeah, indeed. Cashless payment is accepted at all dining locations in NTU. Cashless payment options such as PayLah, credit card or debit card is widely accepted.
Yeah, so for me it's also very convenient, so I don't really have to go to the bank each time to drop money. I can just use my card or even my phone to tap out as well. So Yuhao, what is the next building that we are nearing actually?
Yep, as we are walking to the South Spine canteen, we can see the School of Physical and Mathematical Sciences, also known as SPMS.
So I actually heard that SPMS now offers concentrations in topics such as food science and nanotechnology.
Yeah, this is in addition to the existing undergraduate programs as well as postgraduate programs in 3 core areas, namely chemistry and biological chemistry, physics and applied physics, along with mathematical sciences.
Wow, that's so interesting. But anyway, I'm gonna meet a friend, so I'm gonna go first.
Alright,
Bye,
see you later,
in a while.
Pauline. Okay, so here we are approaching the South Spine food court. But before we enter, let's remember to do our safe entry check-in. Alright, okay. So let's check in to South Spine.
Hi Yuhao. You must be tired from all the walking.
Yeah, I am.
Well, lucky for you. Right now we are entering Fine Food at South Spine, where you will always be presented with a myriad of food and beverage options.
You're right. In fact, you'll be spoiled for choice. In fact, during lunch and dinner hours, this is no doubt one of the most crowded hotspots in NTU.
And on top of all the stalls you can see in here, There is also a Subway outlet located outside of the food court. It is situated conveniently for students to grab their favorite subs and cookies between classes.
In addition to that, there's another Subway outlet situated in North Spine, as mentioned in the North Spine tour conducted earlier.
And within the food court, you can see options such as duck rice, pasta, yong tau fu, which can satisfy all of your cravings.
Yep, so regardless what you are craving for, there will always be something for you. This is one of my favorite food courts in NTU as there are so many options.
And good news for all the bubble tea lovers, as there is a chicha outlet right here in the food court. I personally love bubble tea. Say, Yuhao, what is your favorite food in the food court?
I really like the pasta here, and sometimes I will try the vegetarian options too.
Me too. The vegetarian options, apart from being really yummy, is located within the upstairs aircon seating of the South Spine food court.
As we walk up, the tables we see here are to accommodate more people as part of COVID measures to implement safe distancing.
I personally love to study here because it's always quite empty, and during past physical open houses, this is where you can see the different booths set up by different CCAs, and you can contact them and see which ones you want to join and what events they're up to.
So as we walk further ahead, you'll notice a few vending machines here on the right that sells hot food and beverages.
And on the left, there's OCBC and DBS ATMs as well as a photo booth, which is convenient for students and staff located within the South Spine. And on the left there, you can see a sheltered study area. This is open 24/7 to all students in NTU.
But be sure to come early during exam seasons, as it can get occupied rather quickly.
And as we go up the stairs, we will soon be able to see the Lee Kong Chiang Lecture Theatre. The LKC Theatre can host up to 990 participants before COVID. And it's usually used for large-scale talks, events, as well as performances, such as the Hall Olympiad closing ceremony.
What is the Hall Olympiad closing ceremony?
Well, the Hall Olympiad closing ceremony is NTU's annual inter-hall dance competition. It is usually used to mark the closing and the end of our annual inter-hall games.
Wow, that sounds exciting. Are you participating in it this year, Tiffany?
Yes, I'll be participating as a member of Paradigm. Paradigm is Pioneer Hall's dance group.
Alright, as we walk further, we are now situated between the main academic buildings of the School of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, as well as the Nanyang Business School.
The Nanyang Business School, also known as MBS, is one of the world's top-tier business schools. MBS is accredited by the European Quality Improvement System, as well as the Association to Advanced Collegiate Schools of Business. These are the world's most widely recognized quality assurances for accounting and business education.
And for the School of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, more commonly known as EEE, is one of the 6 schools under the College of Engineering. Did you know that NTU's College of Engineering is considered the largest engineering school in the world?
Wow, I did not know that. And in front, you can start seeing some study benches where students can come chill, hang out, as well as host meetings.
Indeed, you can just chill here before your tutorials or hang out with friends between classes.
And now we will be entering one of our lecture theatres along the South Spine stretch. This is what a typical lecture theatre in NTU looks like. And these lecture theatres can sit anywhere between 100 to 900 participants.
Indeed, every lecture theatre in NTU is well equipped with the necessary equipment for a conducive learning environment. Meanwhile, let's head out and continue down South Spine.
So, as this is quite a long walk, let's answer a few Q&A questions. So one of the live questions is, can the public access the tutorial rooms at the Hive?
Yeah, actually, the public can access some of the rooms at Hive, but you do have to book it before you access them. And you can open the tutorial rooms with a matriculation card, as long as you book the tutorial rooms beforehand.
Another question I have for you is, I understand you're living in hall, so what is hall culture like for you?
So, hall culture it basically adds a vibrant and exciting touch to my life in school. So, I heard you're an international student. How is hall different for you?
So I stay in Pioneer Hall, and at first I was quite worried about moving to a new country, but actually fitting in was quite easy, as Pioneer Hall was really welcoming, and the people there really introduced me to different interest groups as well as inter-hall sports, and I got to meet a lot of new people with similar interests.
Alright, I guess we have time for one more question. Alright, so here's the question. Are there charging points to charge our electronics at the open study spaces at the Hive? Yes, I believe there are, because most of the tables are equipped with charging spots. You can conveniently charge your laptop and phones while you study.
And before we enter our last location, let's scan the safe entry. So do you join any CCAs in NTU?
Yeah, back in hall, I joined both basketball and frisbee. What about you, Tiffany?
Apart from Paradigm, I've also joined other CCAs such as NTU MJ, which is one of the many dance CCAs in NTU.
Alright, so now we are approaching our final location of South Spine Tour. Where is this, Tiffany?
This place is called the Free Access Lab, also known as the FAL. Although it is situated in the Nanyang Business School, it is actually open to students from every school.
Yeah, students love to conduct meetings, host study sessions, as well as use the computer lab and printing services here.
It is fully air-conditioned, so it is the perfect place for students to rest and study with the hot weather outside.
Alright, let's go ahead and see what this place looks like. Hey, isn't that Pearline? Come join us.
Okay, so we have now reached the end of our South Spine tour. So we hope that you not only enjoyed and really understood more about the diverse architecture and facilities that NTU has to offer, but also gained an insight to the student life through our Q&A sessions.
Do also look out for our final live stream at North Hill Hall of Residences at 4 p.m. later.
Thank you, and we hope to see you on campus in August.
Bye-bye!